ricotta bread. Look at that local.
That is beautiful. Thanks, Dad. Look, making anti-pass.
It's my own memory.
You made it. This is Becca Burger from Hot 106.
Oh,
baby.
hey, all right.
Wow.
Go to Hollywood. How are you?
Thank you so much. The name of this episode is Let's Bring Back Sunday Dinner. We're going to all have a conversation about it later, talking about our...
On a Monday night. But on a Monday, bring back Sunday dinner on a Monday.
Right? No one knows.
Hey, you can have Sunday dinner any night.
Yes, you can.
We can say it's Sunday.
Yeah, no one knows.
This is a fun thing. Thank you. It's looking at you, kids.
So right now I'm going to make for you guys a great San Marzano tomato sauce. This is so simple. I teach all my friends this recipe. It's unbelievable. So we're going to start with some great olive oil. My favorite Guadalajara extra virgin. I chopped up some fresh garlic. I love to start with fresh garlic. That is my favorite smell. I mean, there's nothing better than garlic and olive oil sauteing. I like to start with some chili flakes to give it a little zing because I do like things spicy. So we're going to wait for this to start sauteing. This takes about 3 minutes, and I like the consistency to be like a golden brown. You'll see it start to sizzle. We're patiently waiting for this great smell. I like to move it around a little bit. Oh, look at that. That's my favorite. I have some beautiful San Marzano tomatoes that I put in this dish. Now we're going to chop them up once they get into the bowl. Here they go. All right. Now what I like to do is break these up. I got this great tool from Pampered Chef. It works beautiful. You can also use a potato masher. I think that works just as good. Now I'm going to season it up with my go-to garlic salt, one of my favorites. Some fresh cracked pepper. One of my secret ingredients that I like to add to take out the acidity, a little pinch of sugar. Now some people say they don't like to use it, but I do. I actually call it the Mama Lara pinch because my grandmother used to do that. Here's the Mama Lara pinch.
What is it?
The Mama Lara pinch.
I like to pour a little of this great Chianti into my marinara sauce. Just a little bit to give it an extra touch. I'm turning down the heat to a low simmer, and I'm going to be adding in some fresh basil. Basil does also enhance the taste and sweetness. This marinara sauce will simmer on low for about a half hour. Alright, the sauce is done. I love to serve some nice flatbread with my antipasto. It's kind of like on the take of a pizza. It goes really well with the antipasto. So what I did was I got some flatbread. I made a beautiful pesto, fresh basil, parsley, Romano cheese, Parmesan cheese, a little salt, a little pepper, extra virgin olive oil, and pine nuts. Amazing. Actually, if you go to my Facebook page, You Had Me at Kitchen, you can find the recipe for pesto. So then what I did was I caramelized some onions. Absolutely beautiful, so tasty. All that is in these onions is olive oil, salt, pepper. That is it. Vidalia onions, my favorite. So we're going to sprinkle these on very nicely. And I did some fresh tomatoes as well. We'll put this in the oven for about 15 minutes on 375. I start them in olive oil, and I cut them really thin, and I keep reducing. And what I do is, instead of adding extra oil, I add water. So every time I add the water, it's evaporating, and it caramelizes them just beautiful. That's good on the caramelized. And I just want to hit it with a little shot of a little olive oil on top. Just a little drizzle. Okay?
All right. Woo, woo. Look at that. Have a go.
Okay. Okay, here we go. We're putting it in.
There she is.
375 for about 15 minutes. Okay. For all the Alexia foodies, what really started my claim to fame was my viral chicken cutlets. Those things went ballistic on the internet. Everyone wants to know, what's the recipe? Well, we're gonna do it right now. We're gonna start with some fresh eggs. I got these right out of the backyard from my chickens. Just kidding. All right, so We're gonna crack the eggs. Some milk. Cracked black pepper. All right, so now, Jenny, what'd you do with my garlic salt? You know that's my go-to. So we're gonna add in the garlic salt. The pecorino romano, it holds it all together. So I do a generous amount of that. And now we whip it up. Dried parsley. Okay. That's one of my favorites. All right, we're gonna mix this up. We're gonna get our chicken cutlets going. Half panko, half Italian style. I pour them in, kind of like a 50-50 ratio. Okay. And we are ready to go. I've already washed and pounded out the chicken. Okay. And what I like to do is I layer them on the foil and then I fry them up in the canola oil. I like to use canola oil, not olive oil in my chicken cutlets. These are king size cutlets. You know what I do? Honestly, I never buy thin chicken cutlets, you know, in the package. I buy the whole big breast and I pound them out myself. Now I can get about 35 chicken cutlets out of 4 of them. I'm not kidding, I'm good.
Wow. How big is the breast?
I am good.
Yeah, you have to keep
All right?
Yeah.
I do. And that is insane.
But do you slice them in half?
No?
No, you just leave them whole?
Well, in this case, I left them whole, but when I do the smaller ones, we need the big ones for this dish because we're layering.
Oh, okay.
Yes, we're gonna be layering. The panko gives it that crunch that we're looking for.
Oh, that's delicious.
That's amore. Speaking of that's amore, we have a special guest in the house.
I know.
Yeah. Let's hear some music, Ronnie.
Where do I go? Over here? Gonna do a duet, right?
Right now, I'm good here.
The summer wind came blowing in from across the sea. It lingered there to touch your hair and walk with me. All summer long we sang a song and then we strolled that golden sand. Two sweethearts and the summer wind, like painted kites, those days and nights, they went flying by. The world was new beneath the blue umbrella sky. Then softer than a piper man, one day it called to you. Where you going? I lost you too. He sings too. I lost you to the summer wind. Well, the autumn winds and the winter winds, they have come and gone. Here we go, here we go. And still the days, those lonely days, they go on and on. And guess who sighs his lullabies through nights that never end? My Italian friends, oh, the summer. Genta, genta. Oh, the summer wind. Warm summer wind. The band, we're paying the band for the whole song. Oh, the summer wind. That's it, that's it, that's it. Cut it. There you go. Thank you.
Why don't you have some great antipasto? Make yourselves at home, comfortable. My friend Miami Liz is pouring up the drinks. That's right. Miami Liz in the house. Tonight we are featuring on this episode 90 sellers. one of my good friends, Frank Rico, and East Coast Beverage, sponsored this episode. 90 Cellars Rum, we have Chianti, we have Moscato, we have Pinot Grigio, so enjoy. Cheers! 200 years! Thank you so much for being a part of my premiere episode, guys. Love it.
We love it.
Thank you. Wow. Look at these flatbreads. I'm just gotta be out. Caramelized onions, tomatoes, pesto, flatbread. Oh, it goes really well with the antipasto.
What a job with this antipasto. I gotta tell you the truth.
Thanks, guys. My sous chef rolled it all
It's the
up
best
for
I
us.
ever saw. Let me have this beautiful. Look at the bread. The bread, Italian bread is outstanding. There's nothing like good Italian bread. You
That's
can't
boneless
beat
bread.
this. Excellent. Boneless
Can't get on
bread.
it.
Look, look, oh.
Gorgeous.
No, that's Italian.
Che stai saporito? Che stai saporito?
That's good for B-roll and stuff. That's good. Yeah, that's it.
You hear me?
Ronnie, pesto?
Why not?
Where's my
How
money?
skinny is
Oh, Rob, can you get me that dish on the top? You know I never can reach it.
Right now?
Yeah, I needed to put this. I needed to put
Yes, dear. Yes, dear.
That's my hubby. Good thing he's tall. I'm the short one, he's the tall one.
That's all I'm good for.
Thank you.
Very well.
This is how I know if my oil is ready. Woo! See that sizzle? That's a little water right there. Okay, and we are ready to go. The famous chicken cutlets coming in. Okay. We're gonna fry these babies up to a golden brown. See that beautiful color? Oh, that's coming together beautiful. I always throw out my oil in between each batch because I feel that if you don't throw out the oil, it gets too black. Right? So I throw out my oil. I like to double flip them. These are coming beautiful. Nice and crispy. Great consistency.
Oh, look at those cutlets. Wow.
Beautiful.
Those are
The famous
Now,
cutlet. It's not ricotta, people. It's ricotta. So, Supreme is the one. It's the creamiest, most beautiful ricotta I've ever had in my life. Ricotta pie, ricotta this, right out of the spoon ricotta. I'm telling you, it's the best. It's so nice. So we're gonna give each cutlet a nice dollop. Show it the love it deserves. Spread it around, spread the love.
nice.
And when you see a blank spot, you have to put a little more. Right now we're gonna do some sauteed spinach. I've added some olive oil to the pan. I'm gonna throw in my fresh baby spinach. Now, everybody knows when you cook a bag of spinach, it starts off like this, but it ends up like this. So we need a lot of spinach for this dish. Now, I have here for you some fresh garlic that I minced up earlier. I'm gonna throw that in, give it a little garlic flavor. I already added some extra virgin olive oil, and we're gonna go with some garlic salt. Okay. It's gonna wilt down. Now I like to add some water though. So right now I'm layering the chicken cutlet in the ricotta with this beautiful baby spinach that I just sauteed. And I think it would be a great time for my friend Ronnie to give you guys some entertainment and sing a little song while I get this finished up. Come on, Ronnie. Fly me to the moon.
We're Robin. Fly me to the moon. Let me play among those stars. Oh, let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand. In other words, where we go, where we go? Baby, kiss me. Fill my heart with song. Let me sing forevermore. Yous are all that I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, I love you.
Okay, so right now I've sliced up some beautiful tomatoes, vine ripe tomatoes, which we're gonna incorporate right onto this chicken. So we're gonna layer these beautiful chicken cutlets now with a nice slice of vine ripe tomato. I like to do 2 slices per chicken. When you get the real big ones, we can do 3.
So Alexia, where'd you learn that dish?
Dad, I made this up.
All right, good job.
You know I like to make up dishes.
That's right. It's a very talented one.
But I did learn most of my recipes from you.
Well,
And Mama.
thank you very much.
Yes. A little garlic powder.
There it is.
Throw it on there. All right. Cracked black pepper.
Take a look at that sauce. Wow. San Marzano tomatoes, basil pie. Oh, delicious.
Look at that. This beautiful San
Got the
Marzano.
bread in there.
Get the bread. So you're just gonna give a little bit on each piece. Some coarse grated mozzarella. We're gonna put that right on top.
Wow.
You can pack it on.
Pack it on. I mean, honestly, cheese makes everything taste better. I'm a huge cheese, right?
Amen.
Cheese. A little pecorino. I prefer pecorino over Parmesan on my pasta.
Pecorino's the best one.
Right? It's not really a chicken parm. Florentine, maybe? Would you say? Something like that.
Like if chicken parm or
It's chicken Alexia.
That's chicken Alexia.
That it is. That's what it is. Chicken Alexia. All right.
That is. That's what that is.
Finally, I like to add a little fresh basil right on top. Freshness, color. Okay, we're gonna drizzle it up. And there it is. Okay. All right. Now, Leah, can you get a good one of this? We're gonna pop this into the oven for about, I'd say 15 minutes until all the cheese is really melty and bubbly. And in the meantime, I'm gonna throw in some rigatoni.
All
What
right.
do you think? Okay, here we go. Wow, that's heavy. Now, Nappy, I know you love your pasta al dente, right? What do you think? What do you think? Very hot.
Let me check the oven because he's not around. Let's see.
No, they're not ready.
Oh, they're
They're not ready. Oh, this weighs like 85,000 pounds. I think I need someone's help. Rob, you gotta hold that for me. It's so heavy. All right, ready? Here we go. Let's put a little of this cheese on there. I love the cheese. A little fresh basil. Ooh, baby! All right, that's what I'm talking about. It is done. This is what the final product looks like. Oh my God, that looks so good. Hey guys, it's done. Here it is, guys. That looks fantastic.
I've never seen anything like that.
That's beautiful. It's so pretty to eat.
It is, Nat.
I feel like I'm in Napoli. Oh my God, am I in Italy right now? I feel like I'm in Italy. Oh my Lord.
I'm gonna give everyone the graded.
Oh, I love the basil.
Liz, you like it?
Robin, you gonna eat?
Thank you.
Chicken, your favorite.
This is out of this world.
Rob, want me to make you a dish?
This is delicious, I gotta say. I'm not,
Yeah, I mean,
it's
Thanks,
outstanding.
Dad.
I've never had anything.
he looks familiar.
Yeah. Oh,
She said she never had anything like that.
This is the best piece
Thank
I've
you.
had.
Thank you so much. Friends and family getting together. In fact,
Like a real old school Sunday dinner.
right? So Jenny and I were talking. Jenny, we're talking about this. We were talking about bring back Sunday dinner. This is what we used to do, right, Dad?
We'll be here Sunday.
Yeah. Let's really talk about the subject.
That's right. It's good. We used to have Sunday dinner, the whole family, and I'll never forget. My mother, every Sunday, she made the pasta, homemade pasta. She's gonna roll the dough.
Put it on the sheet on the bed.
Yeah.
The homemade macaroni be on a sheet on the bed.
Outstanding.
But chicken soup, and she used to put the homemade noodles in, like, she would make it with parsley in it.
Oh, yeah.
They were like squares.
Squares.
Amazing.
Sunday family day. That's
Then we used to go downstairs to my grandmother's, and my aunts, my uncles, my cousins, we'd all be there.
Yep.
It was a beautiful day.
Yep.
A beautiful thing.
And then 6 o'clock we eat chicken.
Yeah, that's right.
Like we didn't eat all day.
Should have the Robbie Italian bread.
Oh, yeah.
Every cousin came by on
Yes.
Sunday, and I lived next door, so they used to get mad and be like, "Can you go home?" I'm like, "No, what do you mean? I need the meatballs with them."
Well, you get the people.
I was a little girl. I used to roll
Yeah.
with them.
I would go to my Nana Jenny's, and she made the best meatballs. Remember my Nana Jenny, Nat? Her meatballs were like this big, and no, you cannot even touch how good they were. Can't duplicate it.
Sunday dinner, I remember being 5 years old, 6 years old, and my Papa Joe, he would pour wine in Sprite, and he would call it a wine cooler. I would drink that. I'd be knocked out by maybe 3 o'clock, out cold. And it worked. But this reminds me of that.
I feel like because I do what I do for a living, which is talk for a living, I feel like it all started at Sunday dinner because the adults and the kids would talk about all current events, even though it's like, these are probably issues kids shouldn't talk about, but we were like, yeah, like we were like really into it. So I feel like that's a big reason why I do what I do, because it all started at Sunday dinner with Grandma Bev and Papa Mike every Sunday.
Sunday dinners for me is my best memories. My grandmother would cook all day, but she would never eat a thing. She would just make us all eat everything.
I'm so glad you guys love the dinner tonight. I think we should pop some champagne and Prosecco, actually, and kind of think about how grateful we are to have, you know, this beautiful food, friends, family. I mean, this is what it is. Family, food, love. And that's the concept of my show, You've Had Me a Kitchen. So that's what we want to bring back. And I'm so happy to have old and new friends here tonight. And thanks so much, guys. You made it really wonderful for me. Thank you. Thank you so much. And now I want to bring back my friend Ronnie. That's amore. Everyone get your napkins.
It's the Italian American national anthem right here. Who's shooting
Woo!
Ready? When the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie, that's amore. When the world seems to shine like you've had too much wine, that's amore. Forget it. Look at it. Bells will ring, ting-a-ling-a-ling, ting-a-ling-a-ling, and you sing Vita Bella. Hearts they play tippy-tippy-tay, tippy-tippy-tay, like a gay tarantella. When the stars make you drool just like pasta fazool, that's amore. When you dance down the street with the cloud at your feet, you're in love. When you walk in a dream, but you know you're not dreaming, signore. Well, screw me, but you see, back in old Napoli, that's amore. Everybody now, get in it, come on now. When love hits your eye like a big pizza pie, that's amore. When the world seems to shine like you've had too much wine, that's amore. Ain't not bad.
Yeah.
Bells will ring, ting-a-ling-a-ling, ting-a-ling-a-ling, and you sing Vita Bella.
Tina the Lala.
Tippy-tay, like a gaze on Tella.
Lucky
When you dance down the street with the crowd at your feet, you're in love. Oh, get serious now, get serious, get serious. When you walk in a dream, come here, and you know you're not dreaming, signore. Oh, scusami, but you see, back in old Napoli, that's amore.
I love it.
Amore, that's amore. Salud.